Alright, now that you are familiar with switch conditional control statement and also you know how to use switch, case break and default keywords, we can create few more programs so that we can get more used to with switch conditional control statement. This time we are going to create a vowel consonant program using switch conditional control statement. We already did similar kind of program with the help of if-else conditional control statement, so it's not going to be difficult for us. First of all, we will take a letter as input from the user, and then we are going to determine whether that letter is vowel or consonant. So let's start. First of all, here we're going to declare the data type and then the name of the variable that we are going to deal with. And then we're going to ask the user to give us the value here. So enter a letter. And in this program, we will also see how to use multiple cases together. Okay. So let's do that. Here I'm going to take the user input with the help of scanf, and of course it has to be %c. And then let's get the user input here. That's all. Now we need to try to match with conditions in order to say whether it's vowel or consonant. So we're going to use switch statement as we already said. So switch block is here. And then you can see we can pass some expression here. And of course, in our case, it's going to be letter that we want to pass to the switch block. And then we want to match with some cases here. Okay. So the first case, we are going to check here if it matches with A, then we want to say something. In this case, maybe we want to say, let's say it's a vowel. So here we're going to say vowel. And again, if you recall, just like in our previous program that we did with if-else, like when we are solving this vowel consonant program with if-else, we first converted the letter into lowercase so that we don't have to deal with capital cases here as well. So let's do that. We can do this here. Before even going to that, let's keep it like this for now. Then I'm going to introduce one more here case. If it is E, then it's going to be vowel. Then I'm going to copy paste few more time. If it is I, it's going to be vowel. If it is O, then it's going to be vowel. And then the last one, if it is U, then also it's going to be vowel. Other cases, we're going to say it's a consonant. So here we are going to say consonant. That's all. Consonant, and then we are going to add a new line. All right. Let's run this program and let's see whether it does work before we are going to change a bit here and modify this one more. So here I'm going to run and compile. And it's asking us to give us a letter here. So let's do that. But before that, I want to clear a bit. Okay, let's give an input here, A, and it says vowel. Now let me run it one more time. This time I'm going to give E, it says vowel. All right, now we'll try some consonant. Let's run again, and this time I'm going to give letter C, it says consonant. But if I give capital A, what do you think what will happen? Is it going to match with any of our cases? No, and that's why it's going to show consonant. So let me just run it, and here, one more time, let's run it. And let's see what will be the output if we give capital A here. You can see it's consonant, of course, which is understandable, and we know the reason. So let's solve this problem. What we can do here, we can just create one more variable, temporary letter, even though that's not necessary, but I'm going to do that way. And here, temporary letter, then we're going to convert it into lower. Whatever the letter we have from the user, we are going to convert into lower. So that's something we want to do. And now that we are using lower function, we need to bring one header file here, which is C type. Okay. Now we are going to compare. So let's say if somebody gives us a small a, it will be small a anyway in this case, and it's going to match with our condition. But if someone gives us capital A, this time we're converting it to lower, and it's going to small a, and it will match with the condition. So the final value or the temporary value after the conversion we have inside this temporary letter, and we need to pass the temporary letter. Now, if you are using if-else, you would need to change everywhere, like temporary letter equal A, temporary letter equal E. But this time, when you're passing an expression, you can pass only once, and then you can match with all of your cases. And that's why like switch is sometimes more better compared to the if-else conditional control statement. Okay. And switch is more fun. Let me show you here. For an instance, because all the cases dealing with only one body, which is vowel. So if it is A, then it's a vowel. If it is E, then it's a vowel. If it is I, then it's a vowel. So for all the cases, the main body is vowel. That's something we're dealing with, right? So if we want to deal with the same kind of body, we could combine all the cases together. And how is that? Let me just show you. I could cut from here, paste it here. Let me just cut it from here, paste it here, and this one as well. Let me just copy paste real quick, and let me just get rid of all the things that I have from here to here now. So basically we can deal with multiple cases, and this is something I'm going to show you here. So here you can see this body has multiple cases here. So if any one of these case matches, then this body will work for sure. Now I can run this program. This is looking more simplified. So let's run and compile, and let's see what happened this time. Here I'm going to give an input. Let's say this time I'm going to give capital A, and it's working fine. I'll run again. This time I'll give small a, and it's working fine. This time I'll run and I'll give capital B. It is consonant, which is expected, and let's run it again with a small b. It says consonant, which is something we expected, right? So hopefully you got the concept here, how to use multiple cases with switch.